All right, today we are getting into something absolutely critical. How to architect a real honest-to-goodness monitoring stack. I'm talking about the entire nervous system for your production environment. Because look, it's not just about collecting a bunch of data. It's about having the confidence to run these complex systems without just flying blind. We've all been there, right? It's that question that haunts every single one of us. That 3 a.m. page that jolts you awake, that sudden sea of red errors, and then that frantic scramble to figure out what on earth is going on. We've all stared at that screen asking, why?
And here's the thing you have to understand. Our modern systems, they're actually supposed to fail. Little pieces are going to break, that's a given. The real enemy, the thing that turns a tiny glitch into a full-blown outage, isn't the failure itself. It's not knowing what failed or why. It's those blind spots. That's what's truly dangerous.
So before we could even talk about the solution, we have to really understand the problem. I mean, why are these blind spots so common these days? Let's dig into what makes the systems we're all building so tough to figure out.
It really boils down to these three things. First, our apps are distributed. They're spread out across who knows how many services. Second, they're incredibly dynamic. I mean, containers and pods are spinning up and down all the time. And because of all that complexity, they are just inherently failure-prone. You put all that together, and your entire infrastructure can easily turn into a total black box.
Okay, so how in the world do we shine a light inside that black box? Well, you do it by building your monitoring on a really solid foundation. It's all about using a few key pillars to get what we call observability.
This right here, this is your complete diagnostic toolkit. And notice I said toolkit, not tool. It's not just one thing. It's 3 different kinds of data that have to work together. Metrics, logs, and traces. Each one gives you a totally different but totally critical piece of the puzzle. You know, this medical analogy is just perfect for getting your head around this. So think of metrics like a patient's vital signs. You know, heart rate, blood pressure, temperature. They tell you if something is wrong. Then you've got logs. Those are like the super detailed patient chart, writing down every single specific event that happened. And traces. Traces are the MRI scan. They give you that deep, internal view of a request's entire journey so you can pinpoint exactly where the problem is hiding. So, understanding the pillars is the what, but that's the easy part. Now we've got to get to the how. How do we actually collect all this data and assemble this toolkit in a real production system?
Okay, here's a really common and super powerful open source stack you see all over the place. For metrics, you're going to use something like Prometheus to pull in those vital signs from all your services. For logs, you need a serious system like the ELK stack or Loki to get them all in one place. For tracing, you bring in a tool like Jaeger to get that MRI level view. And here's the key. You bring it all together in a visualization tool like Grafana so you can actually see the whole picture at once.
Now, collecting all this data is great, but it's only half the story, right? If all that info just sits in a database somewhere, it's pretty much useless. The next step, and it's a critical one, is turning that raw data into something you can actually act on. Insights that help you fix things faster or even prevent them from breaking in the first place.
And that starts with having great dashboards. A good dashboard isn't just some random collection of pretty graphs. No, it tells a clear story. It should be directly tied to your service level objectives, your SLOs, which are the actual reliability goals you've set. The whole point is to get clarity, not create more clutter. A good dashboard answers your questions. It doesn't just make you ask new ones.
Oh man, this right here perfectly shows the difference between helpful alerts and alerts that are just plain useless. Bad alerts are the ones that just scream, CPU is high. They're noisy, they have no context. But good alerts, they're based on actual symptoms your users are feeling. Like, hey, latency just crossed our SLO. They're actionable, they're meaningful, and most importantly, people actually trust them instead of just ignoring them.
So, we've seen what to aim for. But it is just as important, maybe even more important, to know what can go wrong. Let's go through some of the most common traps people fall into that can completely wreck their monitoring strategy.
Yep, these are the classics. You see them everywhere. Having way too many dashboards just leads to total confusion. Alerts that don't have a clear owner, they just get ignored. Alerts that you never tune, well, they create so much noise that people just start ignoring all alerts. And the big one? If your logs, metrics, and traces aren't connected, you're still basically debugging in the dark. You just have more browser tabs open. So the key is to basically flip every one of those mistakes on its head. You start by defining your SLOs so you actually know what good even looks like. You collect data with a purpose, not just to hoard it. You build a system where you can jump seamlessly from a weird metric spike to the exact logs and traces for that moment. And finally, you have to treat your monitoring system like it's production code. You test it, you review it, and you're always making it better.
So, what happens when you actually do all this? When you combine the pillars, the tools, and these best practices? Well, you move way beyond just monitoring. You start to achieve true operational mastery.
And this is really the whole point, isn't it? A half-baked setup just doesn't cut it anymore. Without that complete correlated view of what's happening, small failures are going to slip by completely unnoticed until they blow up into big ones. And your team's going to waste hours, maybe days, debugging problems that they could have found in minutes.
So I'll leave you with this question to really think about. When you look at your own applications, your own infrastructure, do you have a clear view inside? Or are you just kind of staring at a black box, crossing your fingers and hoping for the best? Because with the right architecture, you don't have to hope. You can actually know.